And then the little head gray alien, he said, "It's time to begin now, Mr. Hoot-Whistle. It's time for your operation." And then they got out the scalpel, and they came towards me with it, and I thought they were going to cut me, then they just threw it away. And then they started laughing, so I thought, man, maybe this whole thing is just some kind of joke, and they're not going to cut me at all. And then suddenly, the head alien said, "We don't need scalpels, Mr. Hoot-Whistle. Our technology is more advanced than the human scalpel." And then this laser came down out of the ceiling, and they just took off my feet. My actual feet, son, were removed. I just couldn't believe it. It didn't hurt either. It didn't hurt at all. And I just suddenly had no feet. They were just taken off. And then one of the aliens jumped on another operating table, and then he had his feet removed as well. I thought, this is getting really strange, son. This is one of my more unusual adventures. Although I don't know if I'd really call this an adventure. Not from my perspective. Maybe from their perspective it's an adventure, but not from mine. And then they took my feet, and then they actually sewed them on to the alien. So he now had my feet, which I just couldn't believe. And then he jumped up, and then he leapt on the table, and he started dancing on my chest. He started dancing this jig on my chest with my feet attached to his legs. And he was laughing. He was laughing this weird, sick alien laugh. And all the little aliens all around, they were laughing. They thought this was a real fun humiliation sign. They just goddamn loved it. I thought, am I dreaming? Am I in some kind of weird drunken dream? I'm actually on the floor of my bar, and I've just had too much whiskey, and none of this is real. None of this is real at all. But it was real. Oh yeah, it was real. I just hoped it wasn't real, but it was real. And then the aliens started to just walk all up and down my body with my own feet. And that was the strangest experience. Watching my feet on an alien, walking up and down my own body. And then he shoved my foot into my mouth. And then he just laughed again. And then he hopped off the table. Then they said they're gonna shave off my hair, and that they're gonna take my beard away as well, and that they're gonna, and my hat. So I'm just gonna have no beard, no hair, no hat, no nothing. And they're gonna take it back to their home planet, my hair and my beard and my hat, and they're gonna auction it off. Because apparently I'm quite well known on their planet now. Because they played all the videos of my life on TV on their planet. And everyone on that world knows that they're coming here to kill me. And apparently this is being filmed. And this is going out live on their planet, my dissection. And apparently it's got a lot of views because everyone wants to see me killed and dissected. Which is really, really sick. But that's the way it is. And this is the kind of thing that happens on Nathaniel P Hoot-Whistle. Well, nothing quite like this before, but always something weird and strange happening to me. And they're just going to auction off bits of me when they get home. And this is going to make them really rich. So they have money on their world. And they said they're going to be able to retire. They won't have to fly around the universe anymore, abducting people and dissecting them. They're going to make so much money selling off pieces of me that they're just going to be really rich and just retire. I said, this can't be real. So none of this can be real. This can't actually be happening to all Nathaniel P Hoot-Whistle. But somehow it is. And then I suddenly heard a familiar sound. It was my horse. Turns out they'd actually taken my horse. They'd actually transported my horse up to the ship as well. And they were going to sell him. They weren't going to kill my horse. They were actually going to sell my horse as some kind of trophy back on their planet. This can be a trophy horse. The horse of Nathaniel P Hoot-Whistle. And they said that was going to go for a lot of money too, my horse. But they didn't realize how powerful my horse is, and he had broken his restraints. And he was charging all around me. And he was knocking all the aliens over. And he was just bashing them with his head, and he was kicking them with his hooves. And the aliens were screaming. He said they'd never seen a horse do this before. In fact, they'd never seen a horse before. And that they didn't really know much about horses. So it turned out, even though they've been watching my life all these years, they'd never actually seen my horse. Even though they'd heard me talk about my horse, they'd never seen the horse. And they didn't know what a horse was like. They thought it was just like a dog or something. And they didn't realize how much power he had. And he just killed most of the aliens. He just bit into them. I think he ate some of them too. I know that some of their limbs were missing, so I think my horse actually ate a few of the aliens, or bits of them. And there was just one left. By the end, there was just one alien left, and that was the head alien, who'd been dancing around on me with my feet attached to his legs. And he was terrified. And he said that he's willing to let me go as long as I spare his life. But he wants to keep my feet. So that now that I'm going to be released, he's not going to make any money. And all his crew are now dead. So he can't retire, and he's going to hire a whole new crew, which means he's lost a whole lot of money. And he had like a few jobs lined up before he was going to retire, and he's got no crew to fulfill those jobs, and he's already taken on the contracts. So he's in some really serious trouble with his clients. So he said, can he keep my feet? He wants to sell them on and make a little bit of money to recoup the losses from this failed mission. And I said, no, son, you can't have my damn feet. How am I supposed to survive without feet? And he said, I can have his feet. And he'll sew on his little tiny little gray alien feet onto my legs. And I can live the rest of my life with little alien feet, and it'll be fine. I said, no, son, that's not going to be fun for me to go around with alien feet. I said, you're going to give me my own feet back, son, or my horse is going to eat you alive. And he thought about it for a second. I thought he was actually going to cry at one point, and then I started to feel sorry for him. Until I remembered what he was going to do to me, and then all my feelings disappeared. And then he reluctantly agreed, and he took my feet and he sewed them back onto my body. And I said, I hope I'm going to be able to walk again properly, son, because I won't be pleased if I can't walk after you've done this to me. And he showed me that I'll be fine. And then he said, maybe we can still be friends. You think we can be friends after you've just done this to me, son? I don't think so. And he just hung his head down in like this hang dog expression. And he was so sad. His little gray alien, all his plans failed. All his plans of retirement out the window. He was so sad. I felt so sorry for him. I actually found myself feeling sorry for him again. So I gave him my hat, which is insane that I would do this. But I actually, this is another new hat. I keep buying new hats all the time because things keep happening to my hats. And I actually gave him my hat, my previous hat, and I put it on his head, and I said, "There you go, son." I said, "It's not all bad. At least you get to have my hat, and you can sell that, son. Or you can keep it as a souvenir of your time with Nathaniel P Hoot-Whistle." And that seemed to cheer him up just a little bit. So that was okay. And then there's a brilliant flash of light, and I was suddenly back in my bar with my horse. And then I heard the ship fly away. And I sat down by my fireside and poured myself 5 whiskeys and began to drink them all. And my horse went back out to his shed. And I thought, did any of that really just happen? Was that real, or was it just some weird, crazy dream? And I just stared into the fire, drinking my whiskey.